Some breaking news coming in an embarrassing disclosure for Pakistan. Chinese official media today have pretty much endorsed the Indian government's stand on the entire Pakistani drone drama. Chinese official media have reported that the spy drone Pakistan's army claimed to have shot down along the line of control, saying that it was an Indian drone, is actually made in China. So you've got China on the record through its state media saying it was a Chinese drone. The drone was recognized in Beijing as the Chinese-made DJI Phantom 3. The ruling Communist Party of China-run People's Daily newspaper has said in a report on its website. Quoting the Shanghai-based Observer website, the report said that the Phantom 3 advanced drone represents the most intelligent and most powerful and accessible drone to date. So here on India Today, remember, we had first broken the news that this was a made-in-China drone that Pakistan had shot down while claiming it was an Indian drone. And now China itself has said, hey Pakistan, it's a made-in-China drone. Therefore, you're wrong to say that it's an Indian drone. Another big embarrassment, this time from Pakistan's own ally. Gaurav Sawant's with us on that. Gaurav?
Shiv, you were the first to break this story the day Pakistan claimed that it had brought down an Indian drone. You looking at those pictures, you'd said that this is a Phantom 3, it's a Chinese drone, and this is not what Indian armed forces use. The Foreign Secretary S. Jaishankar made it very clear. India does not have a single Chinese drone in its inventory, whether it's the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, or even the intelligence agencies. This, in fact, the Phantom 3 is a drone or a small quadcopter. It's not even a drone in the traditional sense of the word. It's a quadcopter that is used for filming, whether it's marriages or news crews or film crews, they use such a drone. And it became extremely clear that Pakistan had once again lied, and it was caught red-handed, lying through its teeth on the issue of shooting down an Indian drone. Pakistan was just trying to ratchet up tensions along the line of control when Pakistan was caught violating the sanctity of the ceasefire repeatedly, Shiv.
Gaurav, the fact that Pakistan has first of all been embarrassed by these disclosures, India putting out all that information and telling them that this was not, an Indian drone. Now you've got China coming out and saying it. Pakistan hasn't really responded since this entire twin embarrassment happened. Does this mean that Pakistan is just trying to put up a brave face and hope that this entire issue just passes by? Because I don't think anybody is in a mood to let Pakistan forget it just yet.
Spot on once again, Shiv. As far as Pakistan is concerned, it was lying through its teeth. It's been extremely embarrassed because India asked Pakistan for evidence that if it's an Indian drone, give us details of what this drone is, where was it flying, what were the pictures on it, and Pakistan had absolutely nothing to say after that. And that's exactly why Pakistan is maintaining a stoic silence on this issue, because Pakistan just doesn't know how to react to this. It's, Jane's Defense, strategic magazines, they came out and said it's a Chinese drone used for filming, used by news crews. This is not something that militaries use. India made it clear on day one. We here on India Today were the first to come out and say that this is not a drone that's in the inventory of the Indian armed forces or intelligence agencies. This anyway, Phantom 3 is such a small quadcopter. It just has endurance of 15 to 20 minutes. It can barely fly to a maximum of 2 kilometers, and any soldier would be caught sitting duck and would be shot by the adversary if you're flying this in the adversary's area. So this is not something that security forces use. There are a lot of operators of similar drones in Pakistan. Whether it was one agency that didn't know the other agency was testing out some kind of equipment, they were embarrassed. They tried to shift the blame on India, but once again they realized they couldn't do that, and that is why they're just silent about it. But Pakistan once again exposed and caught crying, Shiv.
Embarrassingly exposed for the second time. First by the Indian government after we reported the fact that this was a Chinese-built drone, and now China itself, China closest ally to Pakistan, saying it's a Chinese drone, not an Indian drone. Big embarrassment for Islamabad. Let's see if that will goad them into a response. Thanks, Gaurav, for that update.